I close officially the 18th meeting of the Conference of Parties.
This was a fantastic CITES meeting. There are a lot of great takeaways. For marine species, we've seen the listing of 18 more species of sharks. The mako sharks, the guitarfish, the wedgefish are now listed in CITES Appendix 2, which means their trade will now be regulated to ensure it is legal and sustainable. We've seen the listing of the giraffe now on CITES, so the governments can now monitor their trade. We've also seen the listing in Appendix 1 to prohibit trade of some tortoises and other species that unfortunately are now endangered due to international trade. And we saw the change in the listing of the saiga antelope so that there can be no commercial trade in the horn of that precious species from any of the countries of Central Asia. The saiga now has a chance to survive. It's easy to talk about the big species that people know, the elephant, the giraffe, the rhino, but CITES also spoke about freshwater turtles and tortoises. The very popular Indian star tortoise, one of the most heavily trafficked illegally of all the tortoises for the pet trade, is now unfortunately in Appendix 1. It's good news that they put it in Appendix 1, but bad news that it's endangered because of all this illegal trade. There are a lot of controversies, particularly around the elephant. Elephants are the populations are in better shape and are well managed in southern Africa. Those countries would like to trade ivory. But CITES parties have decided that countries should close their ivory markets, and efforts here to open the ivory trade were rejected. Many urban children, we run the Bronx Zoo, the WCS and other zoos, urban children are never going to be able to go on safari to Botswana, so coming to a zoo is an important way for them to relate to wildlife. The resolution that was adopted here is just about what the criteria should be in issuance of permits.
All the decisions that have been taken to improve the protection of these endangered species, from iconic species like elephants or rhinos to the less known species, are important, because this is really about protecting our biodiversity, our heritage. So from geckos, butterflies to elephants, I think all species are important. Trade in wild elephants from range states.
Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this final press conference for COP18 of CITES.
I've been tempted to call this the COP of reptiles, and I think you'll see that they have tended to be slightly lower profile, but we had a large number of reptile proposals and quite a significant number of reptiles and amphibians which were added to the lists of CITES. And that's a reflection of pressure, particularly in pet trade, on strange and interesting reptiles.
Some depend very little on what you and others are going to decide.
I think that it's inevitable over the history of CITES that some proposals go through and some do not. So you will have those who say that it hasn't been successful for them. What I sense in the room and what I'm concerned about is something that is sort of there's a bitterness, there's a discussion of this is not working for me, it hasn't been working for me for some time.